Well, there you are. After all this webcam shit, getting the thing to work right. Anyway, talk to you about Lee Harvey Oswald with the JFK assassination. From what I've seen so far, and I've seen a lot of stuff, first of all, nobody's seen what was in that supposed bundle of curtains or curtain rods or whatever that Lee Harvey Oswald brought to the Texas School Book Depository. Okay? Alright? So nobody really knows, especially, like I say, from what I've seen. It's just that, it was out of the ordinary. Curtain rods that should have been missing from his house and the landlord and all this stuff. The curtain rods were still there and all that. Okay, what I'm getting to is Lee Harvey Oswald, in my opinion, brought the party favors to the freaking hideous party, which is, by the way, in my view, it was the beginning of the end. Okay, now, if you want to talk about assassinations or whatever, go back to Lincoln or whatever. That wasn't an assassination. That was just some drunken old Western cat. He just murder. That was just murder straight out. They caught him. Okay. And I think there was one other where a president was poisoned or attempted poisoning or whatever, way back around the turn of the century, around 1900 or whatever. Okay, but what we have here is failure to communicate. Just bring that up from the movie Cool Hand Luke. Okay, I've been looking at stuff with to do with the Lyndon Johson. Okay, his whore mistress. Okay, years later was interviewed and said how Lyndon was just a nut. He was just, when he talked, it was always like an argument. And I think he told her twice. Well, one time I know for sure from what she said in an interview on this YouTube is, and everything I'm quoting to you from is on YouTube. Look it up. Look up Lyndon Johson assassination, stuff like that. Okay. By the way, I bring it around here. Here's my man. Age of innocence is gone. Okay? There's a lot of stuff going on. With Bush cover-ups with 9/11. Also with John F. Kennedy's brother Bobby, supposedly being shot by a CIA guy, and I forget where he was campaigning, but anyway, like I say, back to Lee Harvey Oswald. He also, he brought, as I say, these curtain rods or whatever. I haven't heard no other proof of what it was. Okay, they just say it was curtain rods. Nobody's seen a gun barrel sticking out of one end or a gun butt sticking out of the other end. Alright? Also, there was another rifle up in the loft, or whatever, the 6th floor of the depository. Okay? I think it was a German Mauser. This, I think, was set up there, okay, in case Lee Harvey Oswald, for some reason, couldn't show up. Can you dig it? Okay, so, and I don't even believe he fired the rifle. And as a matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned, he didn't fire the rifle. Even the police in the police station, when they had him, said he would have had paraffin and on one of his cheeks, you know, I'm left-handed, so I guess it would have been the right cheek and both hands. They said he had none on his right cheek, okay? And they said that he did have it on, I think, one of his two hands. And they even spoke of how they had an expert test the gun. And that guy, I think, wound up not having any paraffin on either, neither one of his cheeks or his hands. Okay? So how is this possible? All right? Just doesn't make sense. And as far as another thing too, Oswald using the word patsy. That's a word used by the mob, you know, the gang, you know, the mafia. Okay. This cat was out in Russia and all this stuff, Cuba and all that. He, you know, he wasn't around the mob and stuff and that. Okay, he might have been a little bit, but not to the point where he would have used that as a slang word. He probably would have thrown out a Russian word. Okay, and there's another film that if you play his voice backwards in part of it, I forget what it says, but it's basically, oh boy, got me there. I walked into that one. But he's talking in reverse. Okay, he didn't have any power at all as far as putting this together at all. But he had. Now check this out too. It's a laugh. It's so ludicrous. Okay. The president had just been shot in Dealey's Plaza, okay? You think all the cops would have been either at the hospital or interviewing and interrogating and whatever, questioning people at the site or searching for forensic evidence? No. They had 20 police cars at the movie theater. Okay, some whatever it is, you know, about 20 minutes away or whatever, over a 75-cent fare beat. Okay, because Oswald didn't pay a fare of 75 cents. They had 20 cop cars there, like that. Now, does that make sense to you? When the president of the United States has just been shot, you're gonna, I can't even see how they could spare 20 cop cars. 20 cop cars now. That's not counting they could be riding double. Okay, so that's 40 cops for 75 cents. Doesn't work for me. Okay, I'm going to have to go, but I'll get back to you on this. Just doesn't work. Okay? And, of course, he had to be shut up, and Ruby took care of that, okay? And, you know, Ruby did say how, in an interview that, you know, it was, the setup and all that reaches to the highest level of government. It was Lyndon Baines Johnson, Wolfbane Johnson, okay? He was mad with power. He told his girlfriend the night before President Kennedy was done, you know, was assassinated, that those Kennedys will never fuck with me again. They will never fuck with me again. And